Hello everyone, Vladimir here from Foxy Voxel. I wanted to do one of these playthroughs because we haven't had some of them in a while. There's always fun to do because I get to show you guys all the new and fun stuff we've added in the last couple of updates. So it's been a while, we haven't done these for quite some time, and we added a bunch of new stuff in the past year or so when I did the last one. So I want to take this chance to just talk about all of the new stuff. So some of you might remember we had the major water update late last year, and one of the biggest things we added with it was, of course, water. And we added marsh map types. So you can see them here on the world map. They're like glossy and stuff, and they're in this height that's lower than, I don't know, the valley maps. So it was a fun thing to add. So we added water, we added like rivers and lakes, and one of the devs that was working on it, he made like this flooded map. We're like, well, let's make island maps and stuff like that. But island maps would be very, very complicated to work on. So we're like, okay, but let's have fun with it. Let's make something that, people can enjoy. So we decided to make the marsh maps. But I don't want to play on a marsh map today. I would like to play on a valley map because I want to have a nice river flowing through my village. So that's kind of important to me. We'll talk about more about the water when we get into the update. Also, one of the things that we changed at some point, you might remember that before we had like passionate and very passionate about jobs. We wanted to have a way for some settlers to not like doing stuff. So we even thought about like forbidding some jobs so somebody can't do some things. But that was a logical nightmare. And like it had some gameplay problems where then, the settlers wouldn't behave as we wanted them to. So we added them to be unhappy when doing some stuff. And basically it just punishes you a little bit as a player because this settler will gain 0.2 times XP for all intellectual actions that he does. So this is like, just so you know, like, oh, don't use this guy for intellectual stuff or for speechcraft stuff. Use him for carpentry. He's good at carpentry, And also like this gal, don't use her for art or for intellectual. She's good at melee and speechcraft and botany, so she's a good warrior, Here we have this one good at smithing, good at tailoring. I'm just gonna re-roll, I think, her because I'm gonna re-roll him. He's the worst because he's bad at these stuff. I would like somebody that's good at marksmanship. Okay, she's cool at marksmanship. Culinary, art, why not? Culinary is good. She can, make food for the rest of the company. Yeah, I think this is nice. I mean, whatever I get, I'm gonna play with that. Just gonna look at these a bit. Oh, okay. And I'm maybe gonna re-roll her. Okay, I don't like these perks. Culinary again. Okay, intellectual and construction. This one's a good guy. He's gonna do research for us and build stuff for us. That's cool. Okay, I think we have a nice balance for our settlers to start. Okay, so here we are. Here is our town. Tutorial, no need for the tutorial. I know what I'm doing. Just pause it a bit. Just let's look at the map, see what we got. Oh, we have a nice river flowing. So yeah, water is one of the largest things that we added to the game in the last year or so. I like how it turned out. It looks neat. It's interesting to have. It's interesting to build around. So that was like our main goal about water is, let's make something that's fun to build around. Let's make something that's fun to construct a settlement around, or a fort or something like that. So we didn't want water to have huge impact on gameplay, like settlers need to drink water and stuff like that. We wanted to stay away from adding layers of survival gameplay to it, because it would complicate the starting gameplay a lot. It would complicate a bunch of things a lot. I know a lot of players are asking for it, like, oh, why don't they drink? Why don't they wash clothes? Why don't they do stuff? And yeah, that is pretty immersive and pretty nice, but we chose not to. We chose just to have the gameplay that we used to have with water inside of it, with nice waterfalls and stuff like that. And yeah, we added fishes. So fishies are just like different source of food, so you can fish them. Nothing too complicated about them, so they're not like, you can't like grow them or anything like that, or make fish farms. You can in a way. So I saw some players like making lakes, and then they would let the fishes spawn there, and then they would draw all the water outside of the lake, and then all of the water would like go down, all the fishes would die, and they would just like take all the fishes that are in the empty lake and just make a harvesting system out of it. And that was pretty cool. That was interesting to see what players would do. It's always interesting to see what you guys are doing, because we would often just like add a system, and that's the fun of it. We add the system, but we have no idea like what somebody's idea of a good time is, so what somebody's gonna try and do. And that's very fun to look at, very fun to see, like, wow, like people are geniuses. Just like give them the material, they're gonna make a lot of fun stuff. Okay, so let's start our settlement. I think we're gonna start with, let's put down stockpile. Let's allow these things. I think everybody is hauling, that's cool. Let's start chopping down some trees, just so we clear this place. Is this a good place to start? We have a nice lake here. Oh no, this isn't a good place to start. I want to start up here. Okay, let's cancel this. I'm gonna start here, because here we have some nice berries and stuff. Okay, now they're gonna take all that stuff up there. That's cool. Yeah, so we added this nifty tool here. It's called Urgent Haul, because I guess, we're getting requests for a way to add priorities to stuff, like, oh, I want to prioritize this. So we already have the individual priorities, so we can prioritize this person to haul these things. And people were asking for like a tool to add priorities to stuff. There is a system for that, like in Oxygen Not Included, where you have like priorities from 0 to 10, I think, or from 0 to 5, not sure. And then you just mark stuff with those priorities. So I like that tool, but at the same time it added like unnecessary complexity to the whole game system. I know that a lot of people would be psyched for it to be there, but at the same time we don't want to complicate like the experience of the first time you're playing it, and just like we want to keep it chill a little bit. So we added Urgent Haul because hauling seemed to be the biggest problem, because when you look at the jobs panel, hauling is way here, and people want their you know, they don't, yeah, you can put hauling on 1 and stuff like that, you know, that is a possibility, but like people don't want to need to change these, especially when you have like 20 settlers, like, oh, change this quickly because that's, you know, I want everything to be hauled. You want this to be hauled quickly, so then you just mark this as urgent haul. And then they don't use this job, they use the urgent haul job, which is here, which is in front of everything. So you can keep this like on 1 all the time, and nobody's gonna haul stuff that's not marked. So that's cool, that's very cool, you know. And then if you want them to stop, just unmark it. And that's it. That's just like simple addition to the tool set that could be very useful for stuff like this. Okay, first day is almost ending, and we don't have a building yet. So let's make a nice building for them to sleep in. Simple building. 10. Let's add a door. Let's add a double door. And let's add a simple roof. Gonna hide the roof. Side, let's put some beds. And let's see who has the construction job. Okay, he can have the construction job at 1. Pretty good at constructing. Yeah, I think all of them can have it because it's pretty important for us to, you know, build stuff now. Yeah, at some point, I don't know in which update, we added variable day-night. So before that update, we would have like, I don't know, the sun sets at 8, sun rises at 6, and that's it, you know, every day is the same. But now with the variable system, the day-night cycle is different longevity depending on the time of year. So because it's early spring, so it's like, you know, winter just passed, the nights are longer. So as you can see, like the sun has set it around, I don't know, 7 o'clock at night, you know, and the sun is gonna come up maybe in like 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that. So that's like that's a nice thing that we wanted to add, like for immersion sake. But then we were like, okay, let's add sunlight. So now we have sunlight that impacts temperature. So if you look at the temperature thing, okay, it's night now, so we don't have sunlight, but it's interesting to look at during the day because everything that casts a shadow is not letting sunlight through. So if you put something, if you look at like the grid space behind a tree, the shadow of the tree will not let sunlight go through and basically not heat up that part of the ground. And that's like interesting. So like in winter you have less sunlight. It's not only colder, the temperature isn't only colder, but like the sunlight is not there to heat up the map. And that also, you know, that's also important for rooms because rooms don't get sunlight inside. So even if we see, when we turn on this thing, this temperature heat map, when we hover over stuff, we see the amount of sunlight. So as you can see, like there's 74% sunlight because the sun hasn't risen yet 100%. That's why it's lower. But if we like just wait for it, so we can see like its sunlight amount is getting higher, and you can even see the temperature rising because everything is getting a yellow. But like behind this tree, the sunlight is only 75% because there's indirect sunlight but not direct sunlight, and because of that the temperature is a bit smaller here, so that's cool. And like inside this room, because we have no windows, it's zero sunlight. So yeah, that's like a cool thing. And also sunlight is very important for plants. So if plants don't have sunlight, they will just like die or become stunted. So like if you put a tree inside a room, it won't be able to grow. It will have stunted growth. And because of that, it's going to be smaller, going to have smaller yield and whatnot. So yeah, it's like interesting stuff. So interesting thing we added with the latest update with gates and prisoners, we added variations to doors. So now you can like make these nice doors now, just so like there. It's a small thing, it's not like a major thing. You can even make these types of doors if you want, this horrible type of door. But it looks good as a single door, but like as a double door it looks awful. But I like these as double doors, so yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, let's start our community. Let's add some stuff for our people. Let's add them table to play. I think we need some sunlight here, just so it's nice and visible. I don't like them being in the dark. Reserves, meal preparation. Okay, yeah, we need campfire to start making our melios. Yeah. Starting to play Bakuman. Okay, let's get some food production going on. I think we'll go with until we have, no, not 100. I don't know, like 30 or something like that. And I think it's a good time to start working on underground storage. So nobody's making food. I think everybody mining and cooking. Oh, this one has cooking at 1. Looks like we don't have enough resources. Yeah, we don't have enough resources. I think we're gonna let's get some berries. I'm gonna make a nice bridge over this. I like this small island. I don't know, like a bridge, it's gonna be aesthetically pleasing. Oh, we can even make... Yeah, I'm gonna put some fields over here, and I'm just gonna play around with the water. So yeah, the water physics is also an interesting thing. So water will like flow around. So if it has a hole or something, it's gonna flow in that hole. So if we let's say this, go prioritize this, dig this. We can see that water is gonna flow in as soon as this hole is here. We can even make a very deep hole and just pour all the water inside of it. So because this is a river, the water is never ending, so we can't waste it. But like in this small lake here, if we dig it and let it flow into this hole, there's gonna be a little less water. The water is clamped. So what does that mean? That means that even though there's less than filled water, it's always going to show like this high amount of water. So we have 3 levels of water. We have this deep water, we have medium water, and we have shallow water. So why is that? First we made it like go gradually up and down, but then it was very strange to make it clear when a settler or an agent or an animal or whoever, when an agent can go inside water and come outside of water. So with this like system of clamped water, it's very clear, like, okay, this is deep water. The settler can step from this point to this point inside of water. While shallow water is very shallow. It's like, I don't know, 20 centimeters. I don't know what's that in US size. So 20 centimeters of water. So that it doesn't make sense that the settler can jump out like 3 meters from here. Like if there's 20 centimeters of water, he can't like jump out and jump in and stuff like that. So that's what we wanted to make. We just wanted to make everything very clear, what can happen and what can't. I'm gonna, just for fun, let's make this, let's do this. Oh, the water already flowed here, cool. Let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, water's flowing, nice. See, yeah, so a huge amount of water flowed from this lake to this lake, but it's still like very, very flat. That's because it didn't go under a threshold, so it becomes the shallower version. But I think that's okay because like the amount of water is not something that's important for the player to know about. We just wanted to keep it simple, you know, as much as we can. Yeah, so what's going on here? Okay, let's add staircase here. So we can start working on our storage. I don't know why I dug by the wall. I shouldn't have done that. I should have dug a little bit less, you know. Okay, they're going to sleep. Yeah, while they're sleeping, while the nighttime is going, I also wanted to talk about the coyote time camera that is very divisive. So some people like it, some people don't. And I just want to say we're still going to work on it. We want to add some of the things you guys have requested. So ability to lock the camera to a layer and stuff like that. But we already talked about it a bit. We touched upon this a bit on some of the blog posts that we posted. The idea behind the camera is to make a system that's going to work for everybody. So that's going to be clear, but at the same time welcoming to new players. Did we succeed with the coyote camera? I don't know. I think we did in a sense that you don't need to learn a new system. You don't need to use a combination of 3 different keys or stuff like that. Like a lot of people suggest like, oh, use Shift and Alt and a middle mouse and stuff like that. And yeah, those are all good ideas, of course. But at the same time, it then is less of a game that's easy to pick up and becomes like a very complex 3D modeling designing program that has something like that. A lot of people suggested just make the camera free. That also has a lot of problems. Making the camera free feels interesting, but at the same time it is a thing that is more like, oh, I have played this game for 50 hours and now the free camera makes sense, you know. But it doesn't make sense for like, oh, I just started playing and the camera is immediately free. I have no idea what I'm doing. So that would be like an issue. But we're gonna experiment more with that, add options and stuff like that, you know, just so everybody has a system that works for them, you know. And also, I'm trying to stay clear of, let's make alternative versions. You know, let's make 3 alternative versions for the camera. Let you guys decide, like in options and stuff like that. I would like to do that, but only as like a last resort, because I don't want, don't want adding like 3 variables adds problems for us. Like for instance, we add 3 different cameras and then we add a new feature and then we test stuff, and then it's like, oh, you need to test things with 3 different cameras every time. It's like, oh, okay, that's an interesting thing that nobody thought about before we put stuff in. So okay, for people that don't know why we're calling it the Coyote camera, so it has to do with the Wile E. Coyote cartoon, and the Coyote time for people playing platformers. They know what that means. That means that like when character runs off a cliff, he has time to press jump even though he's in the air, because there is this thing called Coyote time, and it's a tweakable amount of time in platformers. It's like, oh, he comes off the cliff and he can come back. And it's a very useful thing for playing platformers. It feels intuitive, feels like a good thing. So the problem we had was when you would go off like this small gap here, the camera would like bob down because it would go down. And the biggest problem was like people would just like go around the map and the camera would start like bobbing a lot. And that was the issue. So Coyote time kind of mends this, because now when you're going over this, the Coyote time kicks in, and if you're going at a normal speed, you won't even feel the bob there. But if you like go over the cliff for a longer amount of time, then it jumps down, then it jumps to the layer that's going there. So also like people that would make huge cellars and stuff like that, before the camera would just like plummet down for no reason, or like you couldn't understand the reason, because you had like this huge cellar and the camera would want to snap to the layer that's the lowest layer. But now it doesn't do that, because now the camera also looks at structures. And yeah, there's still like issues where like I'm putting the camera here, I don't want it to be on the wall, I want it to be in the room, and that's a bit confusing from time to time. So we added this like reticle that kind of helps you anchor what the camera is, like what the camera is looking at. And you can turn it off if you don't like it. Even if you like the old camera system, the good thing about the old camera system is that it's not old system. It's just some things are turned on, layered onto it. So we left it there, but we're calling it the legacy camera. So we are not, basically, if something doesn't work with it well, we don't care. We want to work on the Coyote time camera to make it better and better. So yeah, that's about the Coyote time camera. Let's see, other interesting stuff. I seriously don't even know like what are the things that we added. Oh yeah, we added events, player triggered events. Oh, that's a cool thing. So I'd like to work on getting a nice player triggered event. At least that during this gameplay. None of allow. Okay. How much do I need? Cool, let's cut down some trees while they play Bakuman. Research table missed food resources missing. How much food do we have? Okay, not a lot. We have some pies, nice. And they were in the rain this whole time, and they were losing hit points and getting stale. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's finally start working on our. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make nice clay foundation here, just so we can Let's find some clay around here. We must be... Oh, here we are. Let's see. I want to make a nice clay foundation here because that way the clay will also act as insulator. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the word right, but keep the temperature in. And we want to keep it cold inside this storage, so all of our food and stuff doesn't rot. Some grass here. I think I'm gonna let's harvest all of this. Let's harvest all of these also. Wait for the morning. At some point I might pause the game pause the recording just so I can, build up some stuff and just have a bunch of more stuff to talk about. Yeah. Just pause the recording, build some stuff up, and then continue when, when I get to some of the features that I want to talk about. Okay, continuing here. So I took the time to build out my settlement a bit, so I created kind of a library here. It's not a library room yet because I don't have the research to make bookshelves that are needed for a library, but I made it like this interesting building that's on these beams here. I don't know, I just like rooms that have interesting positions there. It doesn't need to be like this, I just like it because then later on I want to plan out more of these buildings and make a pathway underneath here and stuff like that, so that could be fun. Or even I reroute the river and make a small waterfall here and I don't know, fill this lake up or something like that. I'll see what I can do, with this setup. So they're still sleeping in these quarters together, but I did make a nice cellar here. The temperature is nice and low inside, so all of our food and stuff like that is kept nicely here. Oh, hay is here. Why is hay here? I thought I took it out. I forgot where it is. No, it's not in seeds, right? It must be somewhere. Okay, we don't want to waste here. It's in fodder? Yes, it's in fodder. We're gonna take that out and we're gonna put fodder here. And here I have a nice stockpile for my clay and stuff like that. Things that I need to build. And I made a nice field here with the cabbage seeds that I have. Also, this is gonna be my kitchen. For now, it doesn't have anything yet. So, yeah, I didn't change this and they started putting stuff there. I put it for carcasses, even though I don't have a hunter active. Maybe I should start hunting. And I don't have any type of structure that can create food in a kitchen. I only have this campfire that I moved from here, but it's better to keep it outside because when you put it inside, it has a penalty to its speed of production. So yeah, I have that. Also, I made a little pen here for my 2 goats. So I also added these, even though they're not necessary, but I don't know if you guys saw this, but we added protection of animals. So people were reporting that a lot of their chickens and small animals get killed by wild animals. So we added this protection system, so now animals can be protected by settlers, by lit torches. So if I turn this torch off, there's only one torch that's protecting this thing. It's enough to have one protector, and then the predator animals will not try to attack it. So the interesting thing is we can put like protector on any thing in the world. So we added it to like dogs. So dogs protect small animals, bears protect them, wolves protect them. So if you have domesticated bears or wolves, you can have them protect your animals. Also like torches and also statues, because I was like, hey, they look like scarecrows or something. They look like people. Why don't we put statues as protectors? So it's like, you know, we have fun here. You know, we try different things. Yeah. So I made a nice path here. Let's continue creating our settlement a bit more, you know. So let's put a pathway. We started from here to here. Also, let's start making that bridge. So I think I'm gonna make it with beams. Like this. Don't know. How deep is this river? Okay, it's just one layer deep. I think I can make my settlers build inside of here. I don't know. I like it natural. Maybe I just, yeah. Let's try it like this, like this. We'll see what we'll do. I think what we should start working on is rooms for our settlers. So let's find a nice place to build out their rooms. I want to make them like these hanging rooms here. So I'm gonna start by cutting down these trees here. Just cut down everything here. Just wait for them to get that done, and then we'll start planning out those things. Okay, the beams are done. Nice. Let's make it a limestone road. Yeah, nice. And then we're gonna put on some railings. Let's use this. Yeah, they're not able to build these yet because they don't have stability yet. But yeah, that's gonna take care of itself. I don't know if we need more limestone. How much limestone do we have? We have not enough limestone. I think we need to start digging out some more. If there's any limestone down, I like to make just a nice ladder there. If there's any pile that drops down there, then, you know, they can easily go pick it up. Okay, so this is a pretty long path. Let's make this path smaller. Nice bridge. Yeah, I don't know if any of you... I don't remember which update was this, but we also added like grass, so these natural paths. So anytime any agent walks over grass, they kind of destroy it a little bit. So if an enemy or a merchant or a settler or a heavier animal like a cow or something like that, they walk over some grass, they kind of leave these dirt paths. They don't leave dirt paths, they destroy the grass. And if you like hover over these parts, in the lower left corner, you can see how much grass is there, like grass 1%, grass 100%, and stuff like that. And grass has its like own system now, like pretty nice and complex. So for instance, it won't grow if it's under a roof. So now if you like build something over a patch of grass, it'll slowly die out. It doesn't grow during the winter, it doesn't grow like during autumn, it grows slowly. It grows the fastest during spring and then a little bit like slower during the summer because, I don't know, sunlight and whatnot and the heat. But it gets destroyed by temperature and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a nice system we added because we were adding stuff like snow. And snow has a similar rule set, so when they walk over snow, it disappears, it melts out. And we were like, oh, let's add that for grass because that's going to be interesting, you know, to add a nice system where things just react to your settlers, like doing stuff around there. And it's pretty cool. It makes your settlement look interesting because after a while, there's all these paths that they use around. They do look a little bit janky because they're, you know, they go like diagonally perfectly and stuff like that. But that's just part of the going medieval charm, you know. Part of our rule set. And also like grass doesn't grow when it's underneath water and, you know, stuff like that. And I added some like shader details so when floor is close to grass, it will have like these green parts inside, you know. So also like an interesting thing. Also, I added that for walls, but for walls, I don't know if it's visible on like wooden walls, but there is a bit of greenish tint here. So for instance, if you were to build a floor here, this greenish tint on this wall will disappear. But right now there is there because it has some grass over here. Yeah, so fun stuff. In the team, I do these like shader visual things, and I just love doing that because it's super interesting, super fun to put all these things together and make them work and make them do like interesting things. So for instance, I made the water shader here, and I spent a lot of time on this caustics here, even though it's like totally fake. It has nothing to do with light, of course, but I wanted it to be there to be like a nice, interesting pattern here, you know. And also it's even in the depths. And also I added these small, like, I don't know, specks here, so it's easier to see the surface of the water. So yeah, fun stuff. I don't know if it's even noticeable. And I don't care, it's fun to work on. So let's see how, I don't know, nobody's cutting stuff. I think I'm gonna make them cut stuff a bit more. Oh, okay. This is a scripted thing, so in the first 12 or 15 days of gameplay, it's scripted on what event will happen when. And I think, I don't know, what day are we on, like day 7 or 8? We get a new settler. And it's always this runaway event. It might be a different runaway event. It all depends on what faction they're running away from. So these guys are running away. This guy. Oh, well, this girl, sorry. Claims she was running from a pack of rich philosophers. Yeah, they have beaten her with the reductive reasoning and... Oh, okay. But yeah, we have this interesting faction here that our narrative designer, she has a lot of fun with the factions, and one of them are philosophers. So because it's post-apocalyptic British Isles, and we all have these, like, we envisioned them kind of like Mad Max faction, but how would Mad Max factions look in medieval England, medieval Britain? And we were like, okay, let's add these guys that are they're philosophers. They're obsessed with knowledge and hoarding knowledge and stuff like that. So they kind of sound like the good guys, but they're not. They're weird. They do, you know, stuff, interesting stuff. And our narrative designer, she has a lot of fun with them. We also have the faction of the bards. They are also very fun because we added new events with them, and they would come and they would sing songs I mean, not sing songs, but you can like read the song here. Because that's how they speak. Like they're so hardcore bards that they need to like sing their demands and whatnot. Yeah, so okay, of course we want to help the settler. Let's see. She's wounded. Oh damn. She's hungry. Let's add a bed for her ASAP. Let's add a bed for her ASAP. Who's our builder? Who's our construction worker? Okay, he's Redmond. He's gonna construct this bed. So Marjorie, I'm sorry, I'm not a native English speaking person. It's hard for me to read some words, and if I pronounce them differently, don't be mad. Okay, oh cool, she immediately went for the bed. Cool. Who is our resident doctor? Best tender is Olivier. Let's have her tend everybody, and everybody else just like not care about tending. Let's have patient 1, so that, okay, let's let her fish. Why did she drop this? She's hauling to stockpile. Hauling fish, tending wounds, okay. She's gonna tend her wounds. Let's see what she's good. What is she good with? She's a good jailer. I don't know how to pronounce this name because I guess it's just jailer. But we chose this to be the name of the job. Also, it was a recommendation of our narrative designer. She says it's an old English word for jailer. Basically is just jailer, but it's written in a French way. I guess nobody was very much against it, so we were like, okay, let's keep it. Let's keep the jailer. Let's go with, what else do we have here? She's good at constructing. We're gonna make her construct stuff. She's good with alchemy. We have nothing to do with alchemy at the moment. Oh, and she's a good researcher. Let's put these 2 people to research stuff and construct stuff. We have, okay, oh yeah, a search party will arrive for her, 1 archer and 2 marauders. Okay, we should get ready. It's in 1 day and 2 hours. We forgot what weapons we have. I think we only have the starting ones. Yeah, we only have the starting ones. We didn't buy anything. We didn't do anything. So let's look at our guys. So we have a marksman. Yeah, we only have a marksman. She's level 0. Oh my god. But she's eager to learn. Oh, and she's a good melee guy. Oh, okay. Oh my god, everybody else is horrible. Let's have her. So she is good with melee. She's gonna take the nice, sturdy short sword. It's made out of steel. And she's gonna take the buckler. And she's gonna take the gamperson. So yeah, we want her to be like best fitted for combat because, she's gonna go in there melee fighting. Marjorie is marksman 0, marksman 5, marksman 4. Melee's 13. Okay, let's give him spear. And let's give Olivier bow. Cool. Now we have them kind of prepared for combat. Should we make a nice... I think we're gonna make a tower. Make a tower? Why did it do that? Make a tower. I'm just gonna make some ladders up there. So simple tower for them to shoot arrows from, and just to wait for enemies here. If I'm able to make it. If I'm not able to make it, then I'm just gonna... I'll see. So what we also added is now that when the search party arrives, they don't attack you immediately. They send a negotiator. So negotiator will appear on the edge of the map, and you can negotiate with him. You can give him somebody, you can give him food, you can give him your riches or something like that. If you don't want them to just attack you, you just, start to give them some stuff to make them go away. Okay, research available. We have tailoring, we have fermenting, preserving food. Fermenting, preserving food, cooking, cool. Furniture. Cool, we have books, clay mining. I think I'm gonna go with furniture, just so I can make a nice library here. Oh no, I don't have wood? Damn, so, okay. Cutting, I didn't put any cutting, right, as high priority, did I? Only constructing, cut plants. Yeah, let's have them a bit higher. So I guess they're gonna go cut plants when they don't have resources, and when they do, they're gonna just construct stuff. So yeah, I would like to talk about roles that we added, but for now I don't think I'm able to assign a role to any of my settlers. But we added like these roles that you can give to your settlers, so they can become a bard, a chaplain, druid, a prison warden. But there's a lot of things you need to have in order for them. So let's take bard for instance. We need a great hall, and we need private chambers for our settler. So in order to make a great hall, we still need some things to research. So what do we need? For Great Hall, we need large table, chairs, wall banners, and torches. We don't have wall banners. We need to research wall banners. So those are the things that we need now. Wall banners and research, I think, are in decorative structures or decorative banners. Yeah, that's here. So if we research this, we need 15 books. It's going to be soon. So then we can make a Great Hall and just... Oh, nice. They did it. They did it. Let's add it like this. This is like the worst tower ever, but I don't care. It's gonna help me. Oh, no. More wood. She's getting resource for construction. Okay. Go cut down a tree. Okay, now we have a library, so this is good, because then our research is going to be much faster. Yeah, go cut plants. We need the wood. In 9 hours, we battle. Or not, maybe we don't battle. So yeah, let's see what the faction, the philosophers of the natural order, they're neutral. So I don't know how neutral they are, but there is a chance if we tell them, no, we're not returning Marjorie, I think that's what I'm going to call her. If we say we don't want to return her back to you guys, then we just might lose more friendliness towards them and still stay in the neutral zone, and then they'll just go away. So that's okay, if we don't want to. But at the same time, we can, if we're close to enemy territory with them, then we lose a lot of friendliness and they immediately become aggressive towards us, and then they have their attack. So, I don't know, whatever happens. You know what we should do? We should make a prison. Let's make a small prison, I don't know, here. No, I don't want it close to my peeps. I don't. Yeah, let's make it this. It's gonna be a small prison. So yeah, well, what we added in the latest version of the game, latest update, is prison cells. So prisoners and prison cells. So you can get prisoners by when you get an attack and you hurt some enemies and they get defeated. Then you can choose to, they can maybe surrender, and then you can choose to arrest them. I guess, like take them to the prison cell. And then with prisoners, what you can do is you can try to recruit them to become settlers. You can shackle them and turn them into captive laborers for them to work in your village. Or you can, butter them up, like get their mood very high and then release them. If you do that, you get like a nice friendliness boost toward that faction. Or when one of their merchants arrive, you can just give them back to the merchant also. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with the prisoners. We added some of them as like due to popular demand and not that we wanted that so much. But it's a nice world building thing. It's a nice way to add new settlers. It's a nice way to, one more dimension of gameplay that we added to the game. And it's pretty fun to, recruit the prisoners, turn them into settlers. So, and that also has to do with their mood. So if you're treating them very bad, they're not gonna turn into settlers anytime soon. Okay, the negotiator arrived. And the negotiator is gonna be here for 23 hours, so it's 24 hours. Tidgar. So he is from the Philosophers of the Natural Order. He's waiting here. So what we can do now is we can attack him and he will immediately run off. And that's like we told him, like, no, we don't want to talk to you, Here they are. So yeah, see how they're smart. They have their Sherlock Holmes thing going on, and they but they also have these brutes. But I guess they're like intelligent brutes or something like that. Okay, so they're here. They want her, they want Margeria, and they want them now. They had to pay for their crimes, the whole village would pay, it was up to you. Okay, I think that, let's see who has the best speechcraft of all of our settlers. And then we'll send that person to... Oh, so it's Olivier. So yeah, the interesting thing, you can't send Marjorie there. She won't talk to her captive, so that's cool. So you need to send somebody else. So I'm gonna send her. She's gonna go talk to him. Oh, nice. With the bridge already works perfectly. So yeah, I don't know if should we like tell them to buzz off and then try to get some prisoners. Okay, yeah, so now we have like all of these things that we can do when we choose to talk to them. So we can give her back, surrender her back there. So our settlers are going to get negative mood buffs because we gave up one of the settlers. Also, it's not good for us, as the gameplay wise we want more settlers. We can make them an offer. So this is cool. We can say no, like buzz off. Some of our settlers will be very happy, or we can just leave and we can let the timer time out. We can attack them. So whatever we want. Let's see what do they want. They want 192 value. So I don't know. We can give them stuff, but they don't want this. They can take maybe I don't know, the cat. They don't want the cat. They can take my goat. They're asking for a lot. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna say buzz off to them. Oh, okay. If we give them all of our books, they'll go away. I don't want to do that. Cancel. I'm just gonna wait for them to wait out. Just insult them like this. Leave this guy sitting in the mud. Like, haha, you can't get her, you're gonna sit in the mud. Oh, it's a deer. And then when they attack, luckily we get some prisoners. And we have 23 hours to prepare. Just let them sleep for a bit. Go cut down the trees. Okay, go, go, go. Some kind of play Pokemon. Redmond, there's an attack imminent, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna play some games. Okay, I mean, you do you. I just want to construct this room so we're ready. The tower, the mighty tower, towering over my settlement is ready. So, okay. And what am I missing? Do I have enough resources? I think I have enough resources to build this out. Come on. Yeah, prison cell. I have a prison cell now. Let's make a bed there. So yeah, beds and prison cells won't be used by your settlers. They'll never go to sleep there. Stuff like that. If you build, I don't know, a production building in the prison cell, also settlers won't go produce there because they don't want to do anything inside a prison cell. So that's kind of important. Yeah, so we're just waiting now. In 12 hours, they're gonna attack us. Yeah, I'm gonna urgent haul this out of here. And then resource, yeah, let's go with banners. Now we can make a nice great hall. So I guess I'm gonna wait for the attack to stop, and then I'm gonna start working on our great hall. It'd be nice if the great hall was near this thing. Oh, maybe we make a bridge great hall, a great bridge great hall. Or yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking about the attack now all the time because it seems like it's gonna be problematic, but it's not gonna be a huge problem. We're not playing on huge difficulty. Let's see where our difficulty is. Game, normal difficulty. Yeah, I think we're cool. We can lower the hit points of the enemies. I know this is cheating, but like it's not cheating if it's in the options, you know. No, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna do that. Kitty, what you doing, Kitty? The cat is always here. She doesn't care. She just eats there and just walks around there and yeah. I don't know if she's set to domestic. Yeah, she's not set to like vermin control. So go vermin control. Do stuff. You know, be Sunny's pet. No. You're Sunny. Sorry. Be Olivia's pet. Now the cat is gonna go vermin control from time to time. So what does that mean? Cat's gonna go hunt rats, vermin around on the settlement map if there is any. Oh, we have polecats here. Aww. I'm gonna try to tame these. I like them. Just leave them here if anybody wants to try to tame them. That would be cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna start building their rooms. So I'm gonna build like 4 rooms here in a row. So I don't want to build like 4 houses, I want to build 4 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one's gonna be like this. Okay, you stood your ground, refusing to give to their demands. Okay, attackers. Okay, they became hostile. Let's see. Yeah, now they're hostile. Well, okay. They're approaching. So 1 archer, 2 marauders. Approaching in 2 hours. Not while we sleep. Come on. At least let my settlers sleep a bit before coming to destroy us. Here they are. Okay, this is a tutorial. This one has a knife, this one has a bow. This has a long bow. Okay, he's a pretty good archer, I guess. No, it's a war bow. Oh, cool. This one has a reinforced flail and a pretty good helmet. Sturdy. This one has a nice shield. Okay, I need all those things. So, I guess it would be nice if we destroy them. Everybody up. Archers on the ready. So our archer is going to be pretty protected here. So because she is behind the Merlin, that means that she's protected from arrows pretty nicely. Oh no, I didn't do a good job. Shoot the archer. So yeah, in our game, we had this from the start of early access. Getting up. Marjorie, come here. Sword girl, come here. Nice, they're fighting. I think we're gonna nicely kick their butts. Nice. Okay, defeat. No. Damn. We didn't get any. Go. Tend her wounds. Okay, she's gonna go. I bet. Oh, so we didn't get any. Unfortunately, didn't get any prisoners to show off what it looked like. Go. Why are you fleeing? Go. She's hungry. I want her to go lie down so they can heal her. No. Maybe she doesn't have wounds that need tending. Yeah, all of her wounds have been tended. But it's better if she convalesces a bit. So let's get you convalescing. Yeah, let's give you some rest before you start running around. You have a pierced leg muscle, bruised leg. It's gonna take some time to get healed up. You got pierced arm muscle. Okay, is that like the old wound, or a new wound from fighting? I don't have any more wood. Let's get these trees down. Two dead corpses. We need a stockpile for corpses, for enemy corpses. Let's put it here. Humans, enemy corpses there, so that we don't leave them here, because leaving corpses like this will... It's ugly, and settlers react to corpses, so that if they run around here... No, why are you putting it... Oh, I forgot to take out carcasses. Haul that. Haul that away. I think she's gonna be okay after a while. Let's see her wounds. So yeah, they're healing up pretty quickly. So while they rest, they heal faster than when they don't. So it's beneficial for them to rest, especially if they have wounds that like impair their movement and stuff like that. But I think we're just gonna put convalescing on a smaller. Yeah, but she's still going pretty slow. Drive the religious activity. I totally forgot about making them some kind of churches or something. Okay, we're back. I jumped a bit in time again, just so I can like build out the settlement a bit more. What I did is I finished up the rooms, the individual rooms of our settlers, so they're looking nice. They're up here on this ledge like this. Gonna play around with the roofs a bit, just to make them a bit more interesting to look at. Did I use the same here? Yeah. I'm just gonna take every second one. 2. Oh yeah, so shift click works in the game, of course. You can like multi-select, but in the dev mode, in the dev build that I'm playing, shift also makes everything go slow motion. So we use that for like, I don't know, trailer capturing and stuff like that. But it's pretty neat to look at like this, you know, what's happening. Yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, I think this is a nice roof for our settlers. So also what I did is I started digging this part out because I wanted to make a nice like flow of the river here, and then to get it, make a nice waterfall here, make it go under this part and continue off to the river here. But I wanted to do that afterwards. And also I finally made a nice great hall here. So what that means is now we can finally create a bard. So I think I'm gonna upgrade Olivier to a bard. So giving somebody a role will make them dislike certain types of things. That's just so, you get, it's like a risk-reward thing. So you get this settler that does stuff in your settlement, but you also kind of like, they don't want to do certain things. So, they're better than this. They don't want to do unskilled labor. So yeah, let's put Olivier. She's our bard now, so that's cool. So what does this mean? So she's going to behave a bit different from other settlers. So we also got this one, says role duty schedule missing. So what does that mean? That means that one or more of your settlers with roles assigned to them don't have role appointed hours. Some roles need role appointed hours in order to do role specific tasks. So Olivier here, oh, I didn't put work hours for her. Olivier here, she can do role duties. So let's put leisure time for our settlers before sleep, it's a few hours. And we're gonna put her role duties then. She's gonna have some leisure time in the morning. So what does that mean is during role duties, because she's a bard, she's going to go to the Great Hall and just walk around and sing songs. And that's a nice thing to have, because then every settler that comes to idle and eat here and whatnot is going to get bonus, like the happiness bonus, because they're listening to nice songs. That's kind of the thing with all of the roles. So for instance, the chaplain will go to the Church of Restitution and, do his thing, while Druid will go to the church of the temple of the Oak Brethren and do some things with, his drum and stuff like that. And then everybody that goes to pray there will get bonus for praying and bonus for happiness and stuff like that. So it just, you have some more role-playing with your settlers and whatnot. Yeah, I like how we have like this small river here now. Maybe it would be better if it was 2 times like the width of it, but yeah, I think it's cool like this. So I think we should first cut out this part. Then that's going to let water in here, and then we'll cut out this part. Let's hide the trees, yeah. And we'll cut out this part, then we're going to have a small waterfall here. Yeah, that's going to be nice. You can even make an aqueduct. I don't know if that's the way you pronounce it, so you can make an aqueduct also. But we're not making an aqueduct now. Oh, I don't have any limestone, but I guess they're gonna dig some limestone up from here. I think I saw some here, so that's good. Yeah. Research is available. Let's go with decorative structures. Oh, it should have gone with cooking, so food still low. I wanted to make a nice feast for the end of this stream, so I think I'm gonna bake a bunch of pies for this stream and just, continue with that. Oh, we don't have enough of it on our stockpile. That doesn't mean we don't have food. Okay. Why did this pie appear here? I have no idea. Yeah, let's hide the roofs. Cool. I like how our Great Hall is like 2 levels high, so I dug up this part and placed the Great Hall here, have this nice entrance here. Should maybe add some fences or something like that, I don't know. I'll wait until, maybe we construct a grand bridge here or something like that. Like we have this one, but like bigger. So, I don't know. I mean, we should think about defenses also. This is not very good for defense, right? Maybe I destroy these or make a gateway here or something like that. Yeah, they're continuing to mine that. I think that, so I'm pretty much far from researching gates, so they're in this defensive structure. So I'm just gonna cheat a little, just so we can kind of make one of the gates. But I don't know where. Where should we put the gate? Where do I put the gate? Maybe I put the gate like here. In the water? No. To make a water gate? Oh. Let's put everybody on mining, just so we can make the... Oh yeah, now she hates hauling. Yeah, I forgot that. Let's put everybody on mining duty. In order for our waterfall idea to go through. Well, yeah, at least they're like getting, oh, nice, she's singing her song. Yeah, so she's gonna just walk around here, play her tunes, and if somebody comes here, oh, so this is something that I should have done. I should have put our Bakumon table somewhere here, so that when they come to play, they listen to her song. Because this way they don't listen to her song, they just, you know, they go to the other room to play. Oh, but that was quick. That was nice and quick. Yeah, this room doesn't make any sense anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna turn this maybe into a workshop or something like that. This took forever to dig through. I guess this is gonna take a lot of time also. So, I don't have any alcohol, I don't have any religious activities for my guys. Let's see, what do we have? We have an Oak Brethren, Oak Brethren, Oak Brethren, and Oak Brethren. Oh, that makes things easier. Let's add an Oak Brethren here, and let's just destroy all of these beds. And voila, we have a temple. We don't, because we need the decorations for the temple to research them, but yeah, it's a start. Room created, chamber, room created, spare room. Yeah, you continue mining. I like that the cat follows her around, because the cat is her pet. Okay, I want to see the water go through. Don't want to miss that. Okay, here it is. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we just need the water to meet halfway. So we just need to mine this now. Let's see that flow. There it goes. Flowing under our library, that's neat. Yeah, and it starts flowing in here. And it continues to flow in the river. Yeah. And there's no like, I'm not scared about any kind of flooding or anything, because the river like flows here, but this flows off and just continues here. Yeah, it's just a nice way to decorate your settlement with water, because, fun thing, water has beauty property to it. So having water close by makes everything pretty. So, you know, having a corpse, oh, we don't have a corpse here anymore. Yeah, because somebody ate it or something like that. Having a corpse or a dead tree gives out negative beauty, but like water and nice stuff, nice buildings give out positive beauty. And if a settler is in that part where the beauty amount is like nice and high, then, you know, they're happy about it if they're there for a while. But if they're in a very ugly part for a long time, then they become unhappy. So some settlers more than others, it has to do with perks. So some perks, like I think it's called precious and dainty, they don't like. They're faster to react to like ugly environment, but like the rest of the settlers are fine with it, unless there's like a bunch of bones and stuff around, you know. Also, like each pile has beauty modifiers to it, but like, you know, having sticks outside, they don't affect the beauty around them, but having sticks inside, it's pretty bad. You know, it has a higher negative impact. So there's a lot of like things that go inside. While they're inside, they have different beauty effects than outside. Also, like when they're on a shelf, they have a different beauty effect. And also putting anything inside of a chest or a wardrobe will nullify its beauty effect. So there's like no beauty effect at all, because, you know, it's hidden, it's out of sight, out of mind. So yeah, what I wanted to do in the end, for just like the end of this recording, is let's make an event. So we have our nice bard, we have our 3 participants, and we want to make a feast. So the feast will have, the better the things in the feast, the better the quality. So for instance, we can see if we add like red currants, it does add nutrition per person and it makes the quality of the event better. But adding stuff like stew is even more better, because, you know, we have food variety and food quality is a bit higher now. If we add our pies, then the quality is even higher. But still, the quality needs to be way higher for us to have quality bonus for it. So, for instance, so that's where we use better food. So like lavish meals and stuff like that, they give the highest food quality like points. And also like alcohol, meat, beer, they give
a bunch of points, and the quality of event is going to be much higher. So like, why is that important? Like, higher quality events give better mood modifiers that stick with the settlers for a long time. So like, having a very good feast is going to stick with them for like 10 days. They're going to be happy about it because, you know, they remember how it was nice and whatnot. Also, it's good to call, like when you get a merchant or somebody like that, a visitor, you call them to the feast. That's a very good thing to do, because the better the feast, the better the friendliness bonus you get towards that faction. So, you know, if you have like a neutral faction, you want to butter them up, you want to be like good pals with them, then it's good to invite them to a nice lavish feast and bring your bard there. Bard level also has to do with it, so the larger the level of the bard, the better the feast and whatnot. Also, we didn't get it, but you can get bard visitors. So visitors from other settlements that are bards, that you can invite them instead of your bard to perform on the feast. So yeah, let's get our food that we... So nutrition per person, like 440 nutrition per person, that's too much. We don't need that much. We don't have that much settlers. Pretty bummed that we don't have any beverages to add, but that's okay. Let's just take out all of these things. And event quality. The estimated event quality is enjoyable. This is pretty good. I think this is okay. Just hit accept. And settlers started gathering for feast event. They'll come here, they'll wait for their bard, or wait for everybody to attend. And then when everybody arrives, the feast will start. Yeah, and then when the feast starts, we have all these like nice cutlery appears here, and the bard is playing their song, everybody's eating, chatting, whatnot. All of the food that you chose there will be applied to them, so if you add rotten food or, I don't know, human meat or something, they will react to it and they will be unhappy and the event will be bad. And also you can do that if you want to make your enemies vomit. They will, not enemies, sorry, like you call up the merchant visitor and just feed them rotten meat if you want. Also, you can get your merchant drunk. So when a merchant arrives, you get him drunk and he will have better prices for you because of that. So that's also very fun, to do. A very fun and interesting, just like small tidbit to add there. So the event lasts for 2 hours. It's not a whole lot of time. It's just like, fun thing that they do. And then when the event finishes, they get their nice mood modifiers. And I think like for feast they get entertainment bonuses. Yeah, everybody's happy because of it. Let's see. Cool. Entertainment is up the wazoo. Everybody's cool with it. It was enjoyable. When you have like unforgettable or higher level ones, then they will lock the entertainment activity for the next X days. I don't know, like 4 or 5 days. So that means that it was so enjoyable that they don't need entertainment in the next couple of days. But we didn't get like a legendary, or I don't know what the name of the better feast is. We just got enjoyable feast. So it says enjoyable, you get the nice things. You participate in the event, the participant entertained by blah blah. So yeah, this is all nice there. And yeah, that's about it. I think we went through everything from all of our new updates. Yeah, we didn't look at any of the new gates and stuff like that, so I think I'm just gonna cheat a bit and just show you guys. So basically we added gates. So gates are just like doors, but they're a bit different. They're like wide open and they're locked by default, and they can be opened by settlers. So they do fit like nicely with walls, of course, with beams also. So you can build beams over them, build floors over them, build merlons over them, like this and have them like make a nice defense out of them, you know. Also, we have like tall gates. Tall gates, they take up a lot of space vertically. They're slower to like open, but also they can be like this. Yeah, nice, and they're nice like that. And we also added variants of them. So we have ornate ones, so they look a bit nicer. Their beauty effect is stronger. They have a bit less HP than these ones, but not a lot less. Some players were asking like, what's the point of them? You can get like decent defense even with simple doors and stuff like that. The biggest bonus, the biggest thing that we kind of wanted to add with this was like the choice of building stuff. I guess, you know, people, for one, I want to build a castle with these kind of gates and stuff like that. Yeah, it's easier to make a kill box with doors and stuff like that, but we'll continue on working on them a bit more, like when we start reworking the siege attacks and whatnot, you know, to make them, maybe have them a bit more durable against siege equipment, but like a bit more durable than siege equipment in comparison to doors. So, you know, it's better to build them later game when you get siege attacks, stuff like that. And also we added Portcullis. So Portcullis is very, very interesting, nice building. So it has a nice animation when the settlers open it. Let's add somebody to open it. So prioritize opening door. It's a nice big building. It has like the mechanism here, the thing. Settlers can shoot through it, so arrows can be shot through it. Come on, open this door. Okay, Marjorie, I know you like opening doors. Yeah, so there's even like this animation that they do when they pull up the doors. So the portcullis is kind of a bit magic. So as you can see, it rolls up magically inside. When we were designing it, we were like, oh, let's make it go upwards, and then it will lock and create a wall over it. And I was like, oh no, that adds so many issues, so many problems in design. So let's just make it magically disappear when it goes up. And I think that nobody's gonna mind that much. I think it's gonna be cool like that, just adding it, you know, so then you can like call it down. Also the interesting part, while it's being raised, it takes a bunch of time, but when it's being lowered, it lowers almost instantly. So, you know, the settler just pulls a lever and it falls down. It even bounces a bit, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, and also what we added with the new gates and doors. So yeah, so as you can see, like when gates open, it's weird. They open like this, like that. That's not cool. But we added just like a visual thing. You can turn where it opens toward. So you can, if you want them to open toward the outside, then you can, you know, just make them open towards the outside. I don't know what the outside is. The outside for me at this point is this, but it could be anything. So that's why we left it as a choice for anybody to try. Also for like gates, they have their visual variants, so that's also cool. I was kind of, when I worked on these, when I modeled these, I was like, should we make a hobbit door? Like that would be cool, but I don't know. It was weird looking because it had these visual holes down there. It's not like all of our design is very tight, airtight and stuff like that, but that was just like too far, even though I guess somebody would like to you know, play as a hobbit and make hobbit doors and whatnot, hobbit gates. Yeah, and like for gates and doors, we added this one more feature, but it's not something that's a bit maybe harder to show. Okay, let's add this. Oh, the settler arrived wounded. Cool. Where were we? Just wanted to show this. So we can now, with like gates and doors, they have this broken state. So before they would just, enemies come, they attack it, they destroy it, you know, that's it. Now we have this broken state. So if you damage a door to 20% of its threshold, it will go into a broken state. Oh, this guy's coming and repairing it. Yeah, it goes into a broken state. And broken state can't be closed, so you can't order this to be closed. The structure is broken and status cannot be changed until it's repaired to 80% of max HP. So when somebody comes to repair it, then it will be fixed again. Enemies won't attack broken doors because they don't need to. They can pass through them easily. So that's just something that we wanted to add, because then you don't need to, you know, rebuild the doors every time. They're just going to be repaired. That's it. And that also happens to doors here, not only to gates. Let's use the damage thing. Yeah. And it gets like this broken graphics and stuff like that. Kinda, it's neat. It looks neater than just like them destroying the whole voxel here. Yeah, and that's kind of it. Okay, guys and gals. I guess I showed you a lot of stuff here. We did a lot of stuff in the last year, as I already mentioned. We're doing a lot more. So, like, what's on the horizon? I guess, like, modding is on the horizon. We want to, by the end of the year, we would like to have fire implemented and some new weaponry. So, more on that in our Medieval Monday blogs and on our roadmap blog and roadmap information on the Steam page. And that's about it. So thanks for watching this pretty long video of me trying to build a semi-decent town.